Earlier today, $1 million in cash was picked up from a vault in a secure location. A plated vehicle then transferred the money to our secure set. Guards are present and monitoring the money at all times. The studio audience has been screened and identified before being admitted, their bags and electronics confiscated. And now, someone has the chance to win $1 million, absolutely live within the next hour. This is the $1 million Drop live. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to the $1 Million Drop Live. It is 7:01 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:01 p.m. Central Time here in the studio. And welcome to the Season 4 premiere of the $1 Million Drop Live. Yeah, so glad you could join us for a whole brand new season. Now we have got an hour worth of just fun, to say the least. Now, starting this season, we're going to start a play at home game where you viewers at home can play all season long with us during the show, and whoever racks up the most amount of points, or cash, I guess, because we go by cash totals, will win a very special prize at the end of the year, at the end of the season, which means at the end of the season, whoever has the most amount of money won throughout the year, they will be able to win a very special prize. And if there's a tie for multiple people, then that prize will be split. So it is important that you play well and you risk a lot of cash so that you can win big and, like I said, win a prize potentially at the end of the season. So here we go. We are back with the $1 Million Drop Live. Now we're going to have some very important changes to the rules. Now, here's how this is going to work. Now, as you know, the last couple of seasons, we have played with $10,000, $15,000, and $25,000 stakes. However, this year that is going to be different. What we're going to do is that before the game starts, we're going to spin a wheel. Now, what's going to happen is that, depending on what it lands on, will determine how much the stakes are worth. The stakes will all be the same. So, at $20,000 a stake, at $25,000 a stake, or $50,000 a stake, that's going to make things more interesting. So, for example, we last left you when we had $525,000. What we have done is that we've already gone ahead, and right here, this is 21 teal stakes of $25,000 a piece. And like I said, 21 stakes means we have got that equals $525,000. However, though, we're going to determine, obviously, how much each stake is before the game. Will spin a wheel and determine it that way. So, yeah, that means there's a chance, more risks, more money potentially involved, less money, who knows? We'll experiment and see how this works. So far here in this television season, we have given away on the $1 Million Drop Live $1.1 million. That's how much we have won. In fact, in total, that's over $6 million we've won over the last 3 years we've done it, including the 2 pilot episodes. So, yeah, safe to say the $1 Million Drop Live is a good show. It's a big show, and a whole lot of money could be won. So, let's get into it. All right, when we last left you about a month and a couple of weeks ago, we were going into question 4. We had 1 minute and 38 seconds left of bank time and $525,000. So, if we're ready to go, we've got 5 questions left. We've got $525,000. 5 seems to be our lucky number right now. Let's play the $1 Million Drop Live. Here is question 4 of 8. Papua New Guinea, Korea, England, Canada. And the question is this. What country was colonialized by Japan from 1910 until 1945? Alright, I think it's either got to be Papua New Guinea or Korea. It's got to be one of those two.
Bluetooth is connected.
There we go. Clock has started, so... I'm more confident about Korea because it's closer to Japan. And I think they kind of had some beef going on. So we'll put, I think, 300 grand on there. Maybe more. We'll see. Well, that's 200. Where are we going to put the extra 25 to risk it big? That's going to be the question. You know what? Put it on England? No, we don't put it on England. Papua New Guinea there. Woo! With just seconds to spare. As the clock runs out. So, we put $225,000 on Papua New Guinea and $300,000 on Korea. Let's see what's going to drop. Oh, wait, I guess I should be able to see the money fall through the floor. There we go. I apologize for that. Yeah! Well, we did lose a lot of money, but you know what? It worked. The correct answer was indeed Korea. Whoa, baby. Korea. In fact, the Empire of Japan annexed North Korea in 1910, and that would last, of course, until 1945. So, yeah, let's move our money back. Alrighty, well, we've got 300,000 still in play. Let's move straight ahead to question number 5 of 8. This time we must keep 2 drop zones clear. Typhus, shingles, scurvy, chlamydia. The question is this. What disease would you be suffering from if you were scorbutic? S-C-O-R-B-U-T-I-C. Okay, obviously I don't know that one. I doubt it's chlamydia because I probably would have heard that term before if I knew what it was. But this time we got to keep 2 drops clear here, so that also makes a lot of difference here. The clock has started, so typhus and shingles are the 2 I've heard of. I haven't heard of I guess I have heard of scurvy, but I don't know. I don't think it's typhus. We're just going to rule that out, and that's going to be a pure guess. We'll put at least half on here like so. Let's put 75 on scurvy. Do we dare go half and half? Let's see, that's 125, and this would be 175. You know what? Let's just put half and half. Just 3, 2, 1. Well, we put half of our money on scurvy and half of our money on shingles. We really weren't sure what it is, but believe we have got the correct answer. I can't wait to see whether we do or not. However, though, we're going to drop the answers when we come back. Don't go away.
We'd like to introduce you to the new Subaru Impreza distributor. But unlike the Honda Civic, we don't have one. So there's less trouble starting in wet or cold conditions. We eliminated the problem by eliminating the part.
Beginnings to finish lines, from rehab to performance, from first steps to giant leaps. You are strong. Good Samaritan, your teammate in life, your partner in health.
I don't know how you do it. I put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got a buck? You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
Arby's sells the most Greek euros in America. If they wanted to sell the most Greek euros in Greece, they'd have to open a store there and call it Arby's, but in Greece. Arby's, we have the meats.
There is a revolution coming.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture on glass. And this future, it must be protected.
What's it got to do with me?
Look,
What is it?
it will change everything. That's why they want to stop it. They will come after you without cease. Because the future belongs to us. LG OLED. Perfect picture.
Who are you?
Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you. LG OLED TV.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza suspension. Its longer wheel travel and lower friction give a smoother ride, which makes it kind of rough for some of our competitors.
We got a Subaru Forest to Wilderness to discover all the places that make us feel something more.
Subaru is the National Park Foundation's largest corporate donor.
Welcome back to the $1 Million Drop Live. It is 7:14 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:14 here in the studio. We've got $300,000 on question 5. That is what we have now. In fact, for those of you who are just tuning in now, the question was, what disease would you be suffering from if you were scorbutic? SCORBUTIC. We put 150,000 on shingles and another 150,000 on scurvy. But which one is right? If any of them are. Who knows? It could all be done after this question, at least for this game. Let's see what's going to drop. Scurvy. Scurvy did lose us a little bit of money, but you know what? That's okay. We still have got $150,000 and 3 questions left to go. Let's move our money back. All right, 3 questions left to go. 1 minute and 38 seconds of bank time. Now, whatever time, unused time we have from the questions, that gets put into the time bank for question 8. So right now, 1 minute and 38 seconds is in there. Here we go. Question 6 of 8, and here it is. Wes DeMoney, Stand Still, Tom Egan, Rob DeBank. And the question is this. Which DJ founded the Festival Festival on the Isle of Wight? Bonnie and Clyde might well have been fans of his. As if that gave me any clue whatsoever. Because obviously, I don't know. Was DeMoney, Stand Still, Rob DeBank. Those seem to be great names. So let's keep those in play and we'll eliminate Tom Egan right out of the gate. Stand Still. That one seems to be, I don't know. Which name sounds the most realistic? That's what I'm going for here. Obviously, Wes DeMoney and Rob DeBank. That's obviously, that would probably make a little more sense because, you know. So if I had to, in fact, I'd pretty much go 75 and 75 for Wes DeMoney and Rob DeBank, honestly. Obviously, though, I'd be taking many risks, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining on the clock, so if this is right, we'll have 1 minute and 59 seconds of bank time. I was pretty confident, which was good, but who knows? We'll see. Wes DeMoney and Rob DeBank split 50-50, 75,000 each. Let's see, though, what is going to happen. It's anybody's guess right now. As we wait to see what's going to drop. Okay, so it was not Tom Egan. That's out of the clear. Let's see the next thing to drop. Okay, it was not Stand Still. Now, 2 drops left to go. No matter what, we're going to question 7 with $75,000. All we know, all the question is now is, which one's going to drop? Which one's the correct answer? Well, let's see. No suspense, so we'll just drop it here right away. There we go. The DJ's name was Rob DeBank. His real name is Robert John Gorham, aka Rob DeBank. He was a DJ on BBC Radio 1 and hosts a weekly radio show on iHeartRadio. So, yeah. Just like that, we're still in play with $75,000 as we move to question 7. Let's move our money back. All right. Question 7 of 8. We're getting that much closer to winning a big prize. Well, maybe a big prize. It depends. $75,000. That's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but Yeah, here we go. We still have got one more question before the big question 8. Boy, we took a risk on that last question, and God willing, it paid off. So we thank him for that. All right, here we go. $75,000. Question 7 of 8. Here it is. Cartoon cat Garfield's owner. Chock full of nuts coffee founder. Silent film comedian. War of 1812 admiral. And the question is this. Who is John Arbuckle? This one I've got no clue. If I were to narrow it down, I couldn't, because I don't know what I would narrow it down to. So we are in trouble here. All right, we got to keep 2 drop zones clear so we can split if we need to, which we probably will. But the question is, which 2 do we want to put money on? War of 18. I'm just gonna keep this one. War of 1812 Admiral. I'm gonna keep that in play. I think. I'll put some money on this one. Chock full of nuts, coffee I think that just sounds too ridiculous. Cartoon cat Garfield's owner, I think that's wrong, too. So let's put War of 1812 Admiral and Silent Film Comedian. Those to me sound too realistic. This is for big money here, too. No, I think we'll just do it. Too late to do everything now. But either way, though, boy, oh boy, $75,000. We put $25,000 on Silent Film Comedian, $50,000 on War of 1812 Admiral. We really had no clue on this one, but the question is, did it pay off? Ooh, boy. See what's going to drop. Okay. So he was not a War of 1812 admiral. All we need is $25,000 to stay in play. And right now it is riding on a silent film comedian. See the next thing to drop. Not the chock full of nuts owner or creator or whatever they're called. Whoops, I screwed it up. The question is, was he a silent film comedian or is he Garfield's owner? Let's see the final thing to drop. Silent film comedian. He was indeed Garfield's owner. Ah, damn. Well, boy, that was a great game, too. In fact, we could have gone home with so much money. It's kind of incredible, to be honest with you. But, hey, we had no clue. So, yeah, that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes on this show. So, yeah, either way, that was a great game. Now we're going to determine how much a stack is going to be worth, a stack of cash is going to be worth in this next game. It could be worth either $20,000, $25,000, or $50,000. We're going to spin the wheel right now for that, and then we're going to take a commercial break and get it all set up. $25,000, okay. We'll take that. $25,000, that means we're going to have 40 stacks, each worth $25,000, totaling $1 million. But we're going to have to take a break and get it all set up. So we'll be back. Don't go away. You're watching the $1 Million Drop live right here on RBN. And then coming up tonight at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have Sioux City at Lincoln, the pregame show. That's in about 20 minutes from now. But for now, a commercial break we go to. See you in a few minutes.
You've got your sunrise, you caught a prize, you make me a Johnson. Party nights, summer whites, you, your friends, and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails, you, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights, you, your girl, and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
She Odelled it. She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of bounds. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick?
The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
She Odelled it. She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of bounds. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick?
The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
Today's forecast calls for record-breaking temperatures throughout the metropolitan area.
KSON.
I think we just accidentally kissed.
Quick, do something manly.
Bang.
Welcome back to the $1 Million Drop Live. It is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 here in the studio, and we are ready to go for another game of the $1 Million Drop Live. We have 8 questions. I've got 8 questions. We've got $1 million so far. We have one contestant, or at least a couple now, who still have our starting million from our online game. In fact, Panthers fan 1981. He's one of those people still with their full million in play. In fact, 28 players still have their starting $1 million from this episode. So yeah, right now we've got $1 million. Let's play the $1 million drop. What's up, fun? Here we go. Number one. Question number one. To infinity and beyond. Never say goodbye. Say farewell. Bon voyage. Live long and prosper. And the question is this. What are the words that are spoken when making a Vulcan salute? Okay, by the way, we can keep one drop clear for these first few questions. So, yeah, keep that in mind here. What are the words that are spoken when making a Vulcan salute? That was the question. I think never say goodbye, say farewell. That just does not seem right at all. So we're going to rule that out and then kind of split up the money. Bon voyage, not on a Vulcan. In fact, I would say, to infinity and beyond. I don't know if I'm going to be able to risk all of my money on it, though. I think I'm going to at least put 100,000 on live long and yeah. Just so that we have a little bit of money left over in case it all goes horribly wrong here. Which there's a potential that it will. Yep, I think we're just gonna have to do it like so. Alright. I thought about it for a little bit. That's why we got so much dead air there. Either way. Alright, well, 900,000 on To Infinity and Beyond, 100,000 on Live Long and Prosper. Let's see what's going to drop first. Oh my God. That's crazy. It was Live Long and Prosper. We have just lost $900,000 on question one. But hey, we still have got 100,000 in play. That's still a lot of money. 6 figures. I mean, you can't complain about that. But, oh my God. Let's move our money back. Woo! That was a low blow to start things out in this new game. Here we go. Question number 2 of 8, and here it is. Let's see if we have a little better luck on this one. American Mustang, Tennessee Walking Horse, a quarter horse, or a paint horse. And the question is this. Which breed of American horse is known for its running walk can be shown as flat shod or performance? I don't know. Why would I know? I think we're just going to have to rule one out. Tennessee Walking Horse, don't know what that is. Let's put, well, hold on, the clock starts, we'll do it. Alright, we're going to have to do that. Because I've got no clue. Stop the clock. 51 seconds on the clock. Pitiful, to say the least. 51 seconds on the clock. On something we weren't sure about. We just wanted to get rid of the question. But let's see for now what's going to drop. The correct answer. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well. Hey, we have still got a whole lot of game left to go here. We're now going to determine how much, or how much the stakes are worth in this next game? Is it going to be 20,000? Yes, it's going to be $20,000 a stake now. So that's going to be 50 stakes of money totaling $1 million. So hey, not too shabby. All right, I think once I get these set up, we might have time for one question. One question for sure we'll play, but whether or not we can do two, that's going to be up for debate too. So we've got the Muskies at Lincoln tonight coming up. We'll obviously have the pregame show here and that by Curtis, and then we'll go off the air and be back down here in the studio at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the post-game show. We're going to be showcasing 3 songs for Song of the Night tonight, which is going to be fun. We had a few rappers with some big hits. A new record drop pretty much, and all the hits from that album charted big time on the Hot 100. Plus, there's also one song from an artist we have probably not heard of in a long time. And his new song just hit, I think it's number 6 on the chart. So, yeah, not too shabby for him. I'm going to sit down because my legs are like killing me. When I walk around at school all day, I'm always like, so sluggish. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's play the $1 Million Drop live. Question number 1, and here it is. Lake Tahoe, the Adirondack Mountains, the Straits of Mackinac, Cape Cod. The question is this: which of these geological features can be found in New York State? Okay, I know it's not Lake Tahoe or Cape Cod, so we can rule both of those out. Cape Cod's in Boston, it's in Massachusetts, I don't know exactly that, and then Lake Tahoe is in Colorado, I'm sure, so we might have to do a 50-50 split here. The Adirondack Mountains, I don't think there's mountains in New York, and if there is, it's the Appalachians. So I think we'll just have to do the Straits of Mackinac. At least put a majority of the money on there. Maybe move a couple of stakes over. Remember, these are $20,000 per stake here. So the question is whether we bet it wisely or not. Adirondacks, I don't think that's in New York. And it's definitely not Lake Tahoe or Cape Cod. I'm just going to stop the clock. 1 second on the clock. So we put the Straits of Mackinac. Let's see if we're right. Oh my God! It was indeed the Adirondacks. Really? That's crazy. Well, I never knew they were in New York State. We're going to determine how much per stake now. Where's it go? Oh, 50,000 a stake. Oh boy. So we're going to have, I think, 20 stakes. Yes, 20 stakes valued at $50,000 each for a grand total of $1 million. This is going to be huge. We'll get one question in probably here. I don't know. You know what we'll do is that we'll take a break now, and then when we come back, we'll answer one question, and we'll keep on going with the game until Curtis comes on the air. So yeah, we'll see you in about 3 minutes. Don't go away. God damn it.
Let me not. Like, LeBron had a much harder.
It's time for E-Trade, the #1 place to invest online.
With this high-powered 30 caliber rifle, we're going to try to blast open this Masterlock model number 15. We blew a half-inch hole clear through, but the Masterlock still holds tight. If you want to hold on to what you've got, insist on genuine Masterlocks, known for being tough under fire.
Mr. Green? Mr. Green?
Yeah.
You need any help? I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
Yeah, sure.
Want my Coke? It's okay, you can have it.
No.
Really, you can have it.
Okay.
Coke and a smile makes me feel good. Makes me feel nice. That's the way it should be. I like to say, the whole world is smiling with me. Coca-Cola as life. Have a Coke and
Thanks, Mean Joe.
smile.
It certainly is a big bun. It's a very big bun. Big fluffy bun. It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Welcome back, everybody, to the $1 Million Drop Live. It is 7:43 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:43 here in the studio. We are ready to go. Brand new game. We'll get one, maybe two questions in, but for now, we're also going to be listening to the radio here.
The rate could increase with high-risk driving generally.
Waiting until Curtis comes on, so yeah. We'll do that for now. Let's play the $1 Million Drop. Question one. This will be the first and only question, so here we go. Henry VII, Charles II, Henry VIII, Edward VIII. And the question is this. Which much-married king of England was rumored to have written the tune Greensleeves? Yeah, Henry VIII, much married, to say the least. So, yeah, in fact, we might as well get that clock started here. It doesn't get much easier than that. Shoot. Whoops. Hold on, this isn't going to be smooth. There. Stop the clock! 41 seconds still left. We got there. Okay. 41 seconds left on the clock. We put Henry VIII. Let's see what's going to drop. Yeah, it was indeed Henry VIII. In fact, here's what it says here. The author of Greensleeves is actually unknown, but it is a belief that Henry VIII wrote this song during the time that he was courting his second wife, Anne Boleyn. Interesting.
Advanced technology identifies.
So that will be the final question for tonight's game of the $1 Million Drop Live. We're going to start off at this point next time. $1 million, question one. 31 seconds, or 41 seconds rather, on the clock. So yeah, we'll wait for Curtis to come on the air here shortly. I'm trying to find the case where I put the money, or where I put the money in. Hopefully this will be a great season of the $1 Million Drop Live. It's going to be an exciting one with that new twist with the money. So, yeah. Now, coming up, as you know, and it'll start in about 2 weeks. We officially have the idea on what the playoff schedule is going to look like for the Muskies, obviously. That was, a while ago once we figured that out. But, obviously, as you know, we won't just be calling the Muskie games. We'll have the NHL. We'll have the Stanley Cup playoffs, and then we'll have the NBA playoffs, too, coming up here. They start actually on the same week. But the main round of the NBA playoffs, and not the play-ins, but the main official round one, and the Stanley Cup playoffs, I believe, start on the same day, at least from all the TV promos. That's what I'm getting at, and all the articles I've seen. That's what I'm getting at. So I looked at what ABC is going to be broadcasting for sports. So what they're going to be doing is that I believe it's the 20th, the 27th, the 11th, and the 25th. Those will be NBA games. And then the 4th, the 18th, and the June 1st will be NHL games. Now, the plan is to broadcast all of those every Saturday night, obviously. And then have a game in the afternoon in the opposite league. So the night we call an NBA game, we'll call an NHL playoff game in the afternoon, kind of like that. But obviously, we'll see. I mean, for the first round and second round, that'll work. It'll just depend on the conference final, obviously. But, yeah, here we go. Muskies are in Lincoln tonight, so that should be a whole lot of fun.
And a trail of fire behind that one. Sioux City has a power play to continue and a 3-1 lead.
Musketeer hockey.
Quick wrist and a goal! What a flick! It just released so well. Sioux City goal! And the Musketeers force game 5.
Sioux City Musketeer hockey is on Fox Sports Radio 620 KMNS and streaming live on the iHeartRadio app.
Good evening, Curtis Anderson here at the Icebox in Lincoln, Nebraska for Musketeer Hockey on Fox Sports Radio 620 KMNS. Musketeer Hockey is presented by Fremont Tire. Musketeer Hockey also brought to you by Big Frig as our pregame sponsor. Brought to you by ServPro, Americold Storage, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, the Wheelhouse, Johnny Mars, Knife River Midwest, the Firehouse Penalty Kill, Sioux City Airport Marno Brewing Company, Diesel Specialties, IV Empirical Foods, Summit Dental, Pioneer Auto, RTI, that's Riverside Technologies. And RP Constructors is our scoreboard sponsor. Well, tonight your Musketeers will take on the Lincoln Stars with just 4 games remaining in the regular season. And tonight your Musketeers will look to take a step closer to securing second place in the West. Sioux City comes into tonight's game with a 32-20-6 record. That's good for 70 points. They sit in second place in the West. They lead third place Waterloo by 3 points. Both teams have 4 games now remaining. They come into tonight's game after just 1 game last week. It was a 5-1 victory over the Des Moines Buccaneers. They trailed 1-0 and then scored 5 unanswered goals for a very nice victory in that one. 4 important games remaining for Sioux City, but it could be even more important for the Lincoln Star team. They're playing tonight. Lincoln comes into tonight's game with a 25-28, 3-2 record. That is good for 55 points. They are at dead even for the final playoff spot with the Des Moines Buccaneers. They went 2-1 last week. They fell to Omaha 2-0 on Wednesday. Then they beat Sioux Falls 5-1 Friday. And then they beat Tri-City in a shootout on Saturday by the score of 2-1. We'll take a peek at this matchup and see how it works. Sioux City against Lincoln on the season is 2-1. In fact, Sioux City plays Lincoln 3 of their final 4 games. So it's almost like a playoff series, although they're both vying for different positions, right?
Although potentially in the second round, it actually could be a playoff match.
February 16th, right here at the Icebox, it was a 4-2 loss. And then the next day at Sioux City, the Musketeers won in overtime by the score of 3-2. Let's take a peek now at the teams, what they've been doing, how they're sitting in the last 5-10 games. Musketeers 2-3 in their last 5, scoring 3.4 goals for. Excuse me. Giving up 3.2 goals against. Their last 10 games are 5-5, 3.4 goals for, 3.7 goals against. Need to get that a little better on those numbers. Power play has struggled. Sioux City is over in the last 2 weeks, but on the year, it's been really solid. They're still 5th in the USHL at 27.7%. Their penalty kill is getting better and better, though. That's 3rd in the USHL at 79.3%. Take a peek at the guys and who's leader.
Yeah, it's almost like it's
up towards the top.
flipped a little bit.
Caden Shahan. Now he's dropped to the number 3 goal scorer in the USHL. 2 goals off. So he scores a couple goals. He can be right back up there. He's been leading in that category most of the season. He has 37 goals and 17 assists. You got Brian Nicholas. Let's see. He is right up there. 17 goals and 35 assists. You got Ethan Gardula, 17 goals and 29 assists. I keep going, and I say this like a broken record every week because you look at the 5 goals against Des Moines. That was 5 goal scorers. That's just the way they've been playing. Colin Kessler, 13 goals, 18 assists. Stuka, 22 points. Pritchard has 26 points all the way around. And then on the defensive side of things, Ty Hansen is one of the best, if not the best defenseman in the USHL. He's a stopper. A top guy, he will stop him. And he also is number 3 in points in the USHL as a defenseman. He's got, on the year, 8 goals and 31 assists. The other guy, Sam Court on the D side, he's got 11 and 22. And then Finn Loft is right up there, 6 and 26. We're going to see Samuel Urban in net,
which is good.
He is 14, 14 and 2 at 3.33 goals against, 889 save percentage. So that's the Musketeers. Let's take a peek now at the Lincoln Stars and what they have to offer. They're 3-2 in their last 5 games. They've had struggle scoring. 5 games, they're scoring 2.4 goals. They're only giving up 2.6, so that's not necessarily a bad number. The last 10, though, is a struggle. They're 3-6-1 in their last 10 games, scoring 1.9 goals for, 3.4 goals against. Power play has not been that great all year, 16%. Their penalty kill is fine at 77.3%. And they got guys that can put up points. They got guys that can score. Jared Mangan, assistant
they
captain,
haven't done
20
a
goals,
lot the
22
last
assists.
10 games,
Blake
obviously.
Montgomery, 20 goals, 20 assists. How about Keaton Peters, another 40 guy, 22 goals and 20 assists. They got a number of guys. They can put the puck on the net. They're very aggressive. They
Obviously
will
not
shoot
in the
first
last 10
mentality,
games,
shoot
they
second
couldn't.
mentality, get to the net, try to turn you over and make it a race that way. Sioux City wants possession hockey, possess the puck, set up great plays. In net 4, Lincoln is going to be Jan Shostak.
Oh, God.
Jan is 18, 17, 1-1 on the season, a 3.10 goals against, a 90 save percentage. It's very solid goaltender. In fact, he was the USHL goaltender of the week for last week. That's our matchup, Sioux City and Lincoln. Let's take a break. We'll come back. The pregame continues, brought to you by Big Trig. Interview coming up next with Jason Kirshner on Fox Sports Radio 620, KMNS.
The interesting thing, Lincoln, they're actually tied for the worst record in the last 10 games. They're at 3-6-1, and then Youngstown has, I don't know, you could probably call it, I think Lincoln for sure has the worst, but the tiebreaker ultimately goes to Youngstown because, they may be 3-4-2-1, but they actually have picked up 3 points. So, in those 10 games, they've picked up, out of 20 potential points, 12. So, you take that as you may. Anyway, let's get back to Curtis interviewing Jason Kirshner.
Musketeer Hockey is presented by Fremont Tire. This is the Big Trig pregame. Speaking with
I'll
Jason
be
Kirshner,
back.
head coach of the Sioux City Musketeers, as they gear up for the Lincoln Stars. And I guess it's kind of funny. It's a very long season, but doesn't it seem like it's going quick now?
Yeah, you're right, Curtis. I think it feels like that every year. There's just that at some point here, you get to that shift where, you think back when our guys got here, before September 1st, so kind of late August, and here we are now, and you're still going. We still have regular season. You're right. It feels like it's forever, but yeah, when we get to this part, it's fun, and the weather changes. It goes by down to 4 regular season games. We'll be down to the regular season in 8 days,
which is
and
crazy.
as we learned last year, the playoffs in this league can go pretty quick. So yeah, this is we're in sprint mode now.
Well, it's interesting too. You know, we had nice weather coming down here, but have no fear. The temperature goes down as soon as you get into the ice box.
You know, you're 100% right.
They call it the ice box for a reason. I mean,
I should have known better. You know, I just got fooled by the 55-degree weather when we woke up. But you're right, it's chilly in the ice box.
You guys are hungry to get that second seed. You can't get it tonight, but I mean, you're hungry to go after and get a first round bye, which would be huge. But are they hungrier?
Well, I can't speak to that, but you're right. I mean, and we saw this in recent games, even just 3-4 weeks ago with both Des Moines and Lincoln. Yeah, I mean, we obviously have clinched the playoff spot. You're 100% right. We're still competing extremely hard to try to get the bye, because that is significant. Obviously, the home ice aspect of it, but just the rest. We talk about being out of that Monday, Tuesday, potential Wednesday games, obviously, is just beneficial if you can do that. So we are hungry for that. We'll continue to try to do that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who's hungry, but we will get. We play Lincoln 3.
Oh crap! Of course, it would stop right when Kersey's talking. Naturally, it would. We'll try and reboot it here. Come on. It's going to be like this now. It's just going to be wonderful if it is.
There's a little bit, to your point, of a heightened awareness.
We're back on.
Feel to the games, and truthfully, I thought we've probably when you get inside 10 games, you start to kind of feel that. Obviously, I think after Christmas the league changes and it gets a little bit harder and a little bit tighter in those things, but even more so now. So obviously these are not playoff games, and I don't want to act like it's the same thing, but there is some similarities there, and especially like we just mentioned with Lincoln and how hard they're going to be competing to try to get into the playoffs. They're going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink at you. So it's good for our guys to be able to feel that and experience
although it
that.
backfired the second time they did.
And just every shift matters, and every shift could be the one that determines the outcome of the game, and the details matter. It could be something as simple as a missed assignment off a face-off or anything like that that could lead to a goal for or a goal against. So I think everybody league-wide is kind of, maybe with the exception of Fargo, because they knew they were going to finish third 7 months ago. But I think the rest of us are kind of in that mode, and it's, to your point, just really good experience for our guys as we head into the playoffs.
We'll find out what goes on tonight. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Curtis.
Jason Kirshner, head coach of the Sioux City Musketeers. The pregame continues. Brought to you by Big Drink on Fox Sports Radio 620 KMNS.
Yeah, so in the final 4 games, including tonight, that the Muskies are going to be playing, 3 of them are against Lincoln. Tonight, next Friday, and then back home on Saturday, next Saturday for the final game of the regular season. Now, when they said this, something like they're just trying to get into the playoffs, well, this could be a potential playoff matchup if Lincoln gets in. Obviously, it would have to go to round 2, and they would have to upset the number 3 team, which Waterloo or Tri-City, I don't know if they can do that. They might be able to, who knows, but could be an easy path for victory that way. But, like I said, who knows? Playoffs, weird things happen in the playoffs. Crazy things, to say the least. Let's head back to Curtis for the starting lineups and the lineups in general, I guess.
For tonight's game, he's out of Scarsdale, New York, committed to Brown with 17 goals and 35 assists. That's Brian Nicholas. To his right side, out of Orono, Minnesota, he is committed to Denver. He's got 7 goals, 11 assists. That's Hagen Burrows. To the left side, out of Princeton, Massachusetts, he's committed to UConn. 17 goals, 29 assists for Ethan Gardula. Right side defense, our team captain out of Hermantown, Minnesota, committed to Duluth. 8 goals, 31 assists for Ty Hansen. To his left side out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, committed to Minnesota State Mankato with 14 points on the season. Liam Hupka. In net for your Musketeers out of Slovakia. He is 14-14-2. A 3.33 goals against, 889 save percentage at Samuel Urban. Here's the rest of the lineup for the Musketeers. Up front, Gavin Gary will center Max Strand and Caden Shahan. Colby Saganook will center Tate Pritchard and Giacomo Martino. Colin Kessler with Justin Stupka, Riley Bruick, Landon Gunderson. The defense outside of the starters, Ben Loftus, Owen Keefe, Sam Court, Kevin Fitzgerald, Cole Tumanero. Our backup goaltender tonight is Dylan Silverstein. The head coach, Jason Kirshner, associate Michael Gershon, assistant Jacob Pritchard. Our general manager, Sean Clark. Goalie coach, Shane Clifford. Athletic trainer, Callie Sitter. And equipment manager, Damon Wheeler. That is the Musketeers. Let's get over to the Lincoln Stars now, starting at center.
Who
out of
cares
Charleston,
about the
South
Lincoln
Carolina,
Stars?
committed to Clarkson, assistant captain. 20 goals, 22 assists for Jared Mangan. To his right side, out of Lethbridge, Alberta, committed to Penn State. 1 goal, 5 assists for Lane Loomer. To the left side, out of Bloomington, Indiana, committed to Notre Dame. 11 goals, 6 assists for Dashel Oliver.
He sucks.
To the defense on the right side, out of Chaska, Minnesota, he's committed to Duluth. 5 goals, 19 assists for Adam Kleber. To his right side, out of Blaine, Minnesota, he's committed to the University of Minnesota. 2 goals, 6 assists for Jacob Rambach.
He sucks.
In net for the Lincoln Stars out of Minsk, Belarus. He is
Wherever the hell
18,
that
17,
is.
1-1, a 3.10 goals against, a 90 save percentage. Goalie of the week last week in the USHL is Jan Jostak.
Right. We'll see about that tonight because he sucks.
Here's the rest of their lines. Up front, Jack Pakar with Ryan Spinelli and Blake Montgomery. Keaton Peters will center Garmin Yavash, Matt Malte. And then finally, Justin Mexico with Max Perkodich, Aiden Jans, and Reese Shaw, the extra forward up front. The defense looks like this. They have team captain Kai Janaria and Martin Masha, Tanner Henricks, Griffin Brown, Ethan Weber. Their backup goaltender is Lucas Massey. Head coach is Rocky Russo. Their general manager, Nick Fabrizio. And then assistant coaches, Mike Zanella, Art Bray. That is the Lincoln Stars. And you can hear in the background their long traditional thunderstruck opener as the Star comes down from this old horse barn that was located at the state fairgrounds for Nebraska. It is the ice box like no other. It is intimate, it's loud, it's crazy, you're close to the action. It's a smaller sheet of ice. Home ice advantage, definitely. Things happen in a hurry. And I don't know how many times I've been here. It has always been something a little bit different. There are certain times when they play that opener and they got the laser show at this old place, you're almost ready to cheer for this Lincoln Stars. Of course you don't. You always cheer for the Musketeers. But
yeah, you do.
It's always been a good one in the last 5 years. It's pretty close to 500. Sioux City's probably had more success than Lincoln over the time. Obviously, a Clark Cup and other such fine things, a Western Conference final.
This is the 4th straight year we've made it to the playoffs. So.
Lincoln is about 500 against the Musketeers, but it's been close. Last year, Sioux City finished below the head-to-head. Lincoln had a pretty good team last year. Anyways, they're running down the starters on the ice level, the fans on their feet. We're going to take a break. Puck drop is coming up. You are listening to Musketeer Hockey right here on Fox Sports Radio 620. KMNS, Sioux City.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us here. We will be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 Central for the post-game show. We'll have $1 million Beat the Dragon, and we'll have 3 songs of the night. Crazy. And then recap the scores from tonight's game as well. Plus, Final Four and women's college hoops should be interesting to say the least. Stay tuned for the Friday night movie right here on RVN, and we'll see you in just under 2.5 hours.
Travel, we have seasonal positions available too. Ready to be a part of a great team? Apply at KnifeRiver.com today. Knife River is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
At Diesel Specialties, we've been working on diesel fuel injections